What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the showcase video of the newest Sugo Fest exclusive character to arrive on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global, which is Legend Carrot. So Legend Carrot is a quick fighter slasher character, and at max level, at level 99, she has 4120 HP, 1805 attack, and 380 recovery with her limit break. Of course, she has 5 socket spots, and her abilities for her limit break: she has strength damage reduction, she has barrier penetration, and also has a critical hit chance. Now, that's one of the things that's bad about this character, if there is anything really that bad, is the fact that 2 of her 3 limit break abilities are completely useless when she is a captain, because for number 1, damage reducing effects do not work when Carrot is your captain, and also she already goes through barriers, so you do not need to worry about that. Though the critical hit attack, I do have to admit, is probably one of the best crits in the game, with a 10% extra damage boost at a 90% chance, which is fantastic. Now, in terms of her captain ability, the reason why she is so sought after is because she is the fastest captain in the game for running content, allowing you to get 2 turns of cooldown at the start of the fight, and then for the first 12 turns of the dungeon, you will get a 2 times attack boost to fighter, shooter, slasher, striker, and cerebral characters, and that stacks. So if a character has 2 of those classes, they get 4 times attack. And with that massive attack boost, she is also allowing your entire team to bypass defensive effects with their normal attacks. That means any barriers, any rainbow damage reduction, any damage threshold, any damage nullification. It is absurd how good this captain effect really is. And on top of all of this, she also increases the chances of landing on a matching orb considerably. And you guys will be seeing in this video how significant that actually is. Now, after those 12 turns have surpassed when you're running any piece of content, she actually gets a nerfed captain ability. So she starts off the dungeon as the Sulong form, and then after the 12 turns, she actually will revert back to her regular Carrot form. And at that point, it's just a 2.75 times attack to the 5 classes. You no longer go through barriers, and also your rate of matching orbs is now just your standard rate. So you definitely want to clear the content in those first 12 turns, as quickly as possible. Now, her special ability also helps even further with her running as a captain, as it will go ahead and give you a 2 times orb boost to the 5 classes that Carrot actually boosts as a captain, which is so considerable. And also with her special, she allows you to get 2 turns of cooldown reduction, very good for whenever you get special rewind or just making your runs faster. And also quick recovery and tandem orbs will be beneficial for your team for 1 turn, and for somewhat reason, she has a really weird effect that if she is not your captain when you use her special, she becomes your captain for 1 turn. Now, this is actually very, very important to note that even as a sub, she does have a 12 turn counter still. So if you use her special ability and those 12 turns have gone by, then she'll just be the regular Carrot form and you can no longer go through barriers. So you have to be very, very careful when you're running Carrot as a sub character. Carrot also has 2 different crewmate abilities. So the first one will give your crew a 30 base stat total boost, and her secondary one is very good, allowing you to completely resist special reverse, which again is just making her a really useful character as a sub if you need to get around those specific effects where your crew gets special rewinded. She will completely resist it and then reduces 5 different classes cooldowns by 2 turns. It's extremely useful to have. So there we go, guys. That's the breakdown of the character herself, one of the best legends in the game, and you guys are going to be seeing how crazy she is in this video. So let's go ahead and get straight into the showcase. Alright, so now we can finally get into breaking down and showcasing Legend Carrot. So, it's actually kind of cool that the fact that we had a bunch of different Colosseums available at this time around from the voting event on Facebook, which was really good. You guys are going to be seeing 3 different Colosseums and 3 different raid bosses in this video today, utilized by Legend Carrot. Unfortunately, because of the way that Carrot's built, she pretty much cannot beat the difficult training forest. So you guys are not going to be seeing any training forest videos with Legend Carrot. It just really wouldn't make any sense. But yeah, that's not really why Carrot was really built and why she was released. She's mainly used for the Colosseums, the raid bosses, and everything in between. Aside from the training forest, any content that is extremely long, she will not be able to clear effectively, obviously because of her constraints. But that's the only downside to the character and her limit break abilities. Those are the only real things that really drag down this character. Though one thing I have seen from team building is that Legend Carrot is not very free-to-play friendly. If you guys do get Legend Carrot, which, you know, shout out to you guys that did end up pulling her, she is going to be very difficult to build if you don't have a lot of other characters on your account. Very similar to version 1 Katakuri when he released. Like, he's such a good legend, especially when he first released, but he's hard to build for because he does require very specific units to beat content, you know, especially with Carrot because of the way that she's built. You need Striker, Shooter, Fighter, Slasher, and Cerebral characters. And yes, there are a lot of characters that have those classes, but, you know, to have a character that has both of those classes might be tricky, especially if you are free to play. There are plenty of rare recruits and legends that are easily accessible that are good for Legend Carrot, but I know a lot of you guys out there might not have those characters. So there are a lot of rare recruits and legends you guys will be seeing in this video, and I mean, they work very, very well for Legend Carrot, but they are very difficult to get your hands on. But once you do get those legends, Carrot becomes infinitely better for your account. So if you are more free to play, it might be a little bit tricky to use a character like Carrot. But anyways, moving on to the next team, this is just the most craziest team you've ever seen. Two of the legends on this team are not even fully boosted. We've got Usopp and Capone. Usopp is here because he guarantees us the conditional boost with Katakuri. Katakuri was here mainly just to guarantee us the orbs on the final stage. And then we've also got Capone for his big father effect so that our captain is not blown away. Now, this isn't the only way that you could actually use Carrot to beat this content. You could have Carrot as your sub-unit, and then when your captain is blown away, and then you use your Carrot special, she will become your captain. So that is another really solid way to beat content like this with Legend Carrot. But I just personally thought it'd be awesome to use Capone just to not have any issues with my characters being blown away. And yeah, it was pretty fun to use this team against the Fujitora raid boss. It would have been awesome to see if some of the other raid bosses would have returned to utilize Carrot for. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. But at least we do have some of those, you know, class restricted quests. You know, we've got Powerhouse quests, we've got Fighter quests and stuff like that that are available all the time for players. And there are some really good characters in there. And so it is nice that those are always available. So, you know, whenever I need to do a showcase video, I can go up against some of these reasonably difficult content. They're not really difficult to, you know, compare to a lot of the, you know, pieces of content we have nowadays, but they're not too bad. The next one here is actually against Coliseum Lucy. This one was pretty interesting, right? Because on the final stage of Lucy, you are not allowed to use an orb boost, and obviously Carrot with her special is an orb booster. So it's not actually that bad because you can use the Carrot specials prior to reaching the final stage to help you clear some of the mini bosses, and then basically utilize your subs to get around the final stage of Lucy here. Now you can see this is a really good opportunity to show off how good Carrot is, where you can see that the boss here has a % damage reduction. Now normally if you're running a regular team, you would definitely want to bring a character to remove that. However, right here, with Carrot and her amazing abilities, there is no need to do that, and that's one of the great things about this character, is the fact that you don't need to bring characters to remove barriers, or you don't need to bring characters to remove % damage reduction, or threshold, or nullification. Opens up a lot of space on your team, you know, because a lot of the times you will need to bring very specific characters for that, and because you don't need to, you have more options to run other different characters on your team, and that's actually kind of nice that that is available, because with how restrictive Carrot is as a captain and the characters you need to bring, it's nice that you do get a bit of freedom and you're not having to bring specific characters to remove certain debuffs. One of the other great benefits of having Carrot out right now on Global is the fact that we just got the host ship on Global as well, which further makes Carrot even better than what she already was. Previously, when Carrot came out, you would need to use, like, you'd mainly want to be using the Blackbeard ship because it gives you an extra turn of cooldown reduction, overall enhancing the usability of a character like Legend Carrot. But if you were to use that ship, you would need a Striker and a Shooter character guaranteed to be on your team, otherwise you can't use that ship. However, now that we have the host ship, you don't have any class restrictions, and you're guaranteed to get the cooldown reduction, you get more EXP. It is legitimately the perfect ship for Carrot. The Blackbeard ship does give you a slight extra boost of attack, so I would say in very difficult content, you should probably run the Blackbeard ship if you want that extra damage, but for a majority of other content, I think the host ship is going to be the ship of choice for Carrot teams. Now, for those of you out there that don't own Legend Carrot, but you still want to abuse her abilities as a friend captain, there are plenty of different friend captains that you can use to abuse the abilities of Carrot. The main culprit would be Legend Lucy, and that's one of the benefits of Legend Lucy, I guess, is the fact that with a character like him, you can partner him with so many other legends as friend captains. It's pretty awesome. So, Lucy with a friend Carrot is a very good option for running against a lot of content, allowing you to go through barriers. You get an orb boost and a type booster with both of the captains. It just works, right? So another one that would be really good is V2 Kuzan, who I did use in one of the ranking missions against Daifuku, and he's also very good. You'd be able to run a Sai and a quick team, but if you are running that type of team, it is very restrictive in terms of the characters that you can bring, because you have to make sure you can only bring 2 of the colors and the classes, but still, that is a pretty good option if you guys do choose to do that. And also, the rare recruits that came out with Carrot's batch are actually pretty awesome, I feel. I actually prefer this rare recruit batch compared to a lot of the previous ones that we've gotten, even like the Katakuri batch, or the Capone batch, or just a lot of other batches. I feel like this is one of the more powerful ones, with characters like Galette, who allows you to get a 3 times chain lock, as well as cooldown reduction to a character, which works very well with Raid Boss Rayleigh, who is so good for Carrot teams. You can use him multiple times throughout a run, and you guys will be seeing that definitely here, where we got Rayleigh special, and then we can use the Galette special to reduce the cooldowns even further as we go along the run, and it just works very well. If you guys get Rare Recruit Opera, I would strongly suggest max limit breaking him straight away, and if you guys have double special activation tablets to feed that to him, I actually did it, and I was able to max him out. Colosseum Opera, or Rare Recruit Opera, my bad, is just phenomenal, allowing you to get multiple different turns of color affinity or an orb boost, depending on what type of boss you're going up against. Because of the way that he works, if you've already got an orb boost active, he gives you color affinity, but if you don't have anything active, he gives you an orb boost. And with double special activation, he himself can provide both of those. He does really good AoE damage as well, so that Rare Recruit Opera in that batch is fantastic. And another character that is very good as well is the Stussy character that came out as well, but in my personal opinion, I just felt like utilizing Rayleigh was a little bit better, because for number 1, you get a strength character on your team, and there was no strength character available in Carrot's Rare Recruit batch, so with that, it gives you a little bit more type variety on your teams. And that's one of the great things about Legend Carrot, is the fact that there are a lot of characters that are coming out right now, but in the future, she's going to be getting even better over time. As more characters get released in her pool of characters that she's able to use, it's going to definitely enhance her usability moving forward, which I'm really looking forward to. But that's it, guys. That's the full rundown of my Carrot showcase video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.